And so I'm like, what the fuck? And then I go to follow the arm again. But this time I look up. I look up and you know what I see? I see two guilty ass. The Scheuneman Show, episode 38. Am I on your
We're
cord?
gonna call it the therapy session.
Bro, is it going? What's wrong with it?
Why?
You're fucking with me, dude.
It's going.
Now we're gonna have to like cut this whole thing. This is episode 38 of the Scheuneman Show, and we want you guys to be laid back and
What
relaxed.
is wrong with your leg? My God,
Bro, look at it. It looks like a ham hock. How do you sleep? Like, do you sleep
Upside
on your
down like a
belly?
bat. I have a bar hanging above my bed, and
Nah, what? What?
oh,
A bar above your bed? You what? Will you sleep like this?
yeah,
Just ready to take it?
just ready. Yep, just hang. Whoa, what? No. I just heard what you said. Take that back. No, what do you mean?
Like, do you sleep
face
on your
down
side?
on the
Do
pillow?
you sleep on?
I mean, I typically, I'll lay on my side and probably watch a video on my phone or something, fall asleep, and
you fall asleep with your phone in your hand?
sometimes, no, I turn it off once I'm, really notice I'm tired as fuck, and then I just roll back over, and
Well, you know what I learned over the weekend?
What
It's
do you
actually bad for you to sleep on your belly. It's bad for your back.
I heard it's bad to sleep always because the blood
What?
just sits on one.
It's bad to sleep in general. That's
No.
what it's. You're like, I heard it's bad to sleep always.
Okay, not like that, but on your side and stuff because all the blood is just sitting.
Fuck the blood. It's about your back and how you put pressure on more parts. Like, if you put more pressure on a certain part of your body, that part of your body is going to get fucked up after a while. So,
Yeah.
usually when you're sleeping on your belly, you like twist around and put more pressure on places like your hip or your back. And so it's bad for you. I don't know. But apparently every way that I sleep is bad for your back.
Well,
I sleep on my side and I like to like get a leg out and then like put the other leg the opposite direction.
oh yeah, for sure.
I just like to sprawl out, you know?
You ever sat up and fallen asleep? You ever had a drunken night where you just
can
fell
only,
asleep sitting up?
I can only pass out like that. Like I can't go to sleep.
Oh,
like,
what about
I couldn't go to sleep like this.
car rides? Falling asleep in the car? You ever put your head on the door?
I don't know, bro. When I fall asleep in the car, it's just like a God's gift, you know? Like I'm not
That shit's so comfortable, bro. Just falling asleep in the car.
comfortable while it lasts, and then you wake up and you're like, oh my God, what did I do to
We're
myself?
there. No.
All right, well, let's start the episode off with we're going to
Hold
do. What? Shut up. What?
All right.
Did you just pause it?
No.
Oh, okay.
I said hold on because I didn't have
I'm
mine.
stressed out, bro. We're supposed to be relaxed.
You seem very. This is the therapy session, okay? You're very stressed and tense. You
Bro,
need
I
to calm.
can't do it.
calm
All right, so
your
we're doing a throwback to some of the stuff that we used to do on the older episodes. We would
Yeah.
taste test some stuff just randomly because why not? I can't get anything in order.
You're not comfortable, bro.
All right. So, we've got this piece of shit drink.
You think piece of shit?
I don't think it's going to be good. We got Mountain Dew fruit quake. It's a quake
Yeah. Fruit
of
quake.
taste on your buds. So just be ready for that fucking abrupt quake of flavors right on your tongue.
It has a monster truck on it.
This is a new Mountain Dew that they released for the holidays, and it's supposed to be flavored after a fruitcake. I never eat fruitcakes. I don't think I've ever had a fruitcake, and I don't plan on ever having one. But I just want to take a second to tell the audience that Marquise fucked up because
fucked up.
we could be tasting our favorite drink ever made, but you didn't want to go on the website and order the drink like I fucking told you
I thought
to.
I thought it's still around. It was just a limited
I don't know. You got to check the website and you still have it.
Okay.
So I'm upset.
I'm sorry.
And I thought that it would be a good time to bring it up in therapy.
Well, we got this drink at least. At
I
least we
know.
got something. It's better than nothing.
But we used to love, like with all of our hearts and souls, we used to love.
You know, I went out of my way just
Bro,
to
I gotta
get this.
explain. They don't know what we're talking about. The voodoo flavor.
I know.
It tastes like Skittles. It was made to taste like Skittles, and it tastes like a unicorn.
Honestly, the best pop ever made.
Semen.
I've ever tasted.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing.
I would have loved
It's
to
like
have
Skittles.
it. And I've never had the candy corn voodoo. They
Yeah.
do all these mystery
I
flavors.
need to get that one. I have a collection of them.
The most recent one is all right. The one before that sucked really bad. The
Yeah.
blue one,
Yeah.
I hated that one. I really
I
didn't
I
like it.
think, or I thought this one and the last year's one was almost like a same, like,
No, it was a totally different flavor, but it wasn't as satisfying as the Skittles one. They just need to bring the Skittles
I
one
don't know,
back.
man.
They should just do Skittles every Halloween. Fuck it. Speaking of Halloween.
What is it?
No, you know what? I'm gonna just tell myself that I'm on Adderall, and we're not gonna let ADHD take
All right,
control
so
of
I'm
this.
gonna crack this.
We have to do this taste test.
I'm gonna crack it.
I'm kind of scared. It's brown Mountain Dew.
Is it brown? Is that
It's-
brown? To you?
Bro, what, your homie looks at it. Is it brown? Yes, it's brown. It looks like coffee.
It's got like a hint of red in it though.
I know, but it's not right. Mountain Dew should be green or clear. Not clear, but like white. They do like a nice little semen white. All right, we're gonna unopen these. Hold on. Mine's smoking. I don't know if you guys can
Mine's
see
not
this on the 4K video that we provide for you, but look at it. It's smoking.
I just took a
You
little
just-
sip, but cheers.
What?
Sorry.
Yo, what the fuck?
It was just a little sip.
Mountain Dew fruitcake. How bad is it? It really tastes like kissing your grandma.
Literally, you walked into her house. She's like, "Here, give me my daily, like, or not my daily.
She gives you a hug. You,
You
smell
know,
her
you might see your
perfume.
grandma on the daily. I don't know, but give my little smooch. And then she's got like a jar of candy. You know, you always got to go get that little candy.
You know how they say they got like every grandma has like a thing of candy, and it's like usually like the shittiest candy.
Oh.
I almost I mean sometimes it's
Oh,
alright.
no.
Sometimes you get those strawberries, those little wrapped
I'm
strawberries.
not picky, dude.
You know what I'm talking about though?
I like candy corn.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The wrapped up strawberries.
Yes, they're
bro.
like strawberry, literally wrapper.
Yeah,
and then it's
Those
the
are
red
slap as
hard
fuck.
candy.
I
Yeah.
came into those late in life, and I didn't
Man.
know what I was missing, and I found out real quick.
But she's cooking, right? Also,
No, I was about to
Bye.
say something. This tastes like, I almost said this tastes like something you would get from grandma's candy jar. But then I was like, nah. I think it's like the candies that they give out for free at the church that they're holding your grandma's funeral
I'm
at.
not gonna lie. Now that I taste it, it literally tastes. It literally tastes like one of those cola candies.
It tastes
with
really, I don't like it.
the cola candy with.
There's a reason that these only come around every so often. That's what I'm going to say. That's not good. If I
Cola
drank
candy?
that every day, I would feel like I wasn't doing the right thing.
With a hint of bubble gum.
There is some bubblegum flavor in there. Like, for sure, there's like a hint of bubblegum, which makes no sense. If you're putting bubblegum in your fruitcakes for the holidays, I've never had a fruitcake. My family doesn't make them. Yo, I just dropped my pod.
Oh.
Oh, my family doesn't make fruitcakes.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me freak out about this pod. What? My family doesn't make fruitcakes.
Why not?
They just don't. And
Okay.
even then, I will say, if you're putting bubblegum in a
Time out.
fruitcake, then you need to go to AA or like rehab or something, because clearly you're on drugs. You should. Why does it taste kind of like bubblegum?
Maybe it's just like something they threw in there that's like.
They're just like, oh, let's spice it up. They won't expect bubblegum in the fruitcake. Anyway,
Not even that, but like,
bad.
it's just like
How-
I don't know.
1
I don't
out
know
of 10
explain it.
Marquises, what do you give it?
I give it like. I give it a 4.5.
4.5 Marquises out of 10. That's a low score. I'll give it I'm gonna give it like a 2.75. Marquise's out of 10.
2.75. You
I
said
wouldn't-
mine's a low
I would not
score.
spend money on this if it wasn't for you guys, you at home. Now let's get into a more natural Scheuneman show episode. It feels so weird to say that.
Yeah.
Obviously we've changed environments. We're in a different biome.
We're chilling today.
It's the map pack of the Scheuneman show. We just said, hey, we want a couch, but we're not rich yet, so we'll get a couch when we can for this
Scheuneman all
the
over
area we typically film it in, but we don't have the money or the energy to move this couch into that room. So we just decided we're gonna do it in this room because everybody likes a nice little change. Now we have some fun things in store for the people on this episode. I kind of do want to open up with one of my first missions, and that's we need to talk about.
Okay. Start it off.
All right, so let me tell you guys a story. Well, it's not really a story. Let me just preface it by saying this: if a random number ever calls or texts me,
Can we do it on the computer?
I know how to do it. We're gonna put it up on the mic, I guess. I'll use the one speaker that works on my phone and put it on the mic. But maybe I should take the number on your phone, and can I do that?
On my
No,
phone?
because you want. Okay. Anyway, if a random number texts or calls me, I will play with them. I mean, I will just talk to them and see how far I can take it. I don't even do like weird responses. Sometimes I just think it's the most funny if I can have a regular type conversation with these people for as long as possible. Just to, find out about how the other side lives. I don't know these people. So, that's what happened recently. I had this number text me, and I'm going to read you guys the text that I received from that number, and I'll give you my responses, obviously. So, it all starts on August 2nd. I receive a text from a random number with my area code. What you doing? I said, who's this? Because, it could have been one of my friends on a different number. I don't know. They say, now I only know one, and I know it's not that. So I said, who? And they go, oh, maybe I got the wrong number. Sorry. Now I said, all good. I'm just watching Spider-Man 2. What about you? And then he goes, chilling and watching TV. Chilling in. Like, chilling, and then he didn't say and, he said in, the letter N. And then 2 spaces after N, watching TV. Now that's an interesting thing.
It's like
And
something
then
I would say.
this is when it all takes a turn. He goes, are you still mad at me? I said, no, of course not. I've forgiven you. He goes, glad to know. I didn't mean what I said. ... You overreacted, but I could have used a better way what I meant. I'm sorry for hurting your feelings, though. Now, I don't even know who I am at this point, but I know that he did something to upset me, whoever I am. And so I go, well, can you understand why I might have reacted that way? Just to kind of try and find out more about this situation. And then he responds, of course I can. And I go, I'm just happy we can move on from this in a mature way. I've been really emotional since all this happened. I'm not sure why it's had such an impact on me. What's on TV though? And then goes, I felt bad about it too. I don't hold grudges against you or anyone, just news. So he's saying, I don't hold that. It's cool.
Yeah, it's all
and there's
cool.
news on the
He just wants to reconnect, and get close again.
And then this is where I start to question what's wrong with me, because apparently he sent that He sent that at 9:07 p.m. So like kind of at night.
Yeah.
I I texted him the next day at 4:08 p.m. I said, "Sorry, I forgot to respond last night. I started feeling extremely sick, and honestly, I still do. I'm kind of freaked out by it." I don't know why I decided to go that route.
Yeah.
He goes, "No problem. ... Sorry to hear all that." And then I don't respond to him for another like week.
Jeez. All right.
On Wednesday, he goes, "Hope you feel better." On Friday, he says, "How are you doing?"
Damn, he's missing you.
And then later on Friday, like 6 hours after he said, "How are you doing?" I said, I said, "I don't know who I am anymore."
Oh no, you guys have a real relationship going right
Because
here.
at this point, I don't really know who I am.
You guys are like figuring each other out right now.
Yeah,
While trying to figure out what.
we're taking baby steps into this unknown territory of relationship.
Okay.
And then and then the next day he goes, "I hear you."
So he understands. All right.
He understands
Yeah.
not knowing who I am
He
anymore.
feels the same way. He doesn't know what he is.
But here's the weird thing. Later that day, like 10 hours later, he goes, "Hope you and are okay."
Now who the hell is?
I don't know who is. So far, I've only gotten names. I'm Julian. He's and then was not okay.
Okay. We got.
And then um, a week later,
Mm-hmm.
I texted him.
Another week later.
I
Holy
said,
sh!
"Isn't doing too hot."
So how long have you guys been talking now?
I mean, we've been talking since August 2nd.
All right.
Now, at the moment that I said isn't doing too hot, that was August 12th. But for some reason, that message didn't send. All right.
Okay.
And now on August 13th, goes, "Enjoy your weekend." So he said, "Hope you are okay." I'm sure he did. My message didn't deliver, so he got no response.
Yeah.
And then he says, "Enjoy your weekend." And then 3 days later at
I'm still wondering.
3 days later at
Okay.
2:02 a.m.
Okay.
2:02 a.m. It's important. He goes, "Cool." COO.
Cool.
Cool. I think
Like,
that's
all
him.
right, you're not gonna respond.
Yeah, he's
You're
like,
done?
"All right, fine. Fuck you then."
All right. It was nice to know you.
Because that's a 2 a.m. text. Most of the texts I've gotten from him have been early in the morning or in the middle of the day.
Really thinking about you.
So I think he's really thinking about me.
Mm-hmm.
But then, 4 days later, August 20th, he sends me 3 cash signs. What do you think that means?
Money,
So-
money, money.
Let's take a break. I think my theory is that these people must be seeing each other. And he thinks it doesn't make sense to me. Like, these people are probably seeing each other other than these texts.
But who is? I hope you and are okay.
Yeah, so we must know a mutual friend that was involved in something that would make him not okay. Or maybe that's my boyfriend. Maybe he's checking on a relationship. Who knows?
Well, you think he would say doing okay?
He said, "Hope you and are okay."
What if that means like, are you guys good? Like, you guys been good? Like, just
I-
checking up on you.
The way I took it was like, "Oh, something happened."
Yeah, I feel.
I started to lose interest clearly because my responses get way more drawn out. But yeah, so I'm just like, I think they must be talking to each other some other way other than just these texts.
But how long have you had the same phone number?
Me?
Yeah.
A long time.
So this person did not get confused.
My whole life.
This person just mixed up a number, or
He was pressing the wrong digit, or the
Yeah.
girl. I don't even know if I'm a girl. But whoever
Aw.
gave him this number was like, either gave him a wrong number on purpose, or he got.
shit. You never said a name for who you are. They never called you by a name.
No. No.
Oh shit! You're probably are you in? Oh, maybe he's trying to get with you.
No shit, because listen, here's where. Okay.
Okay.
So on August 20th, he sends me money signs at 7:06 p.m. Yesterday. This was yesterday now. Now we're in November.
Okay.
He says, hi.
Yeah.
I said, hey. It's at 6:12 p.m. He says, what you doing? And then he said, what you doing at 6:14? And at 6:37, he said, cool. So he didn't like that I took too long to respond.
Yeah.
I guess you don't want to be spoiled, is what he says.
Ah.
And that's his third text, a whole hour after he sent hi. Okay, so he says hi, 6:12. I say hey, 6:13. And then he says, what you doing? 6:14. Cool, 6:37. I guess you don't want to be spoiled at 7:08.
Okay. Sugar daddy vibes.
And then I go, Cash App? Do you Cash App? Do you want to spoil me on Cash App?
Oh no.
Because for a second I forgot who this was entirely.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh yeah, this is like what I was I was bored. And then so at 7:11 I go Cash App. And then he says at 7:12, you have to come over. So I'm like, fuck, I don't want to come over.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna come over is the answer. And then then I say, address? And then here's where it gets really confusing. He goes, you don't know my place, question mark? As though I'm supposed to know where he lives.
Yeah.
So he knows me.
Yeah, and
Has
you've been
to.
there before.
I've been to the crib.
Before.
Maybe I'm talking to the wrong person, he says.
Shit.
He says, maybe I'm talking, you don't know my place? Maybe I'm talking to the wrong person. And then I go, no, there's actually no chance of that being the case.
Oh my gosh.
I thought that was obvious. What kind of response is that? No, there's actually no chance of that being a case. And
Ding 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 ding
and
ding.
then I go, I forgot. And then he go, he said, you remember my name? I said, Joey, why are you being like this?
Oh,
Because I went back into the text.
Yeah,
I was
you-
like, oh, I know he said his name. And then he sends his address. And it's like
Oh my
it's like 10 minutes away from me. Like right where we're sitting right now, it's like 10 minutes away.
Oh, are you serious?
It's like 10 minutes away.
Oh fuck.
So, he sent the address at 7:21, and at 8:37 he says, "Are you coming?" 10:52. You must be in a relationship, but that's okay. And then I say, I'm not. And you know I want to be there. So
Oh my, and that was it?
that's where we left off. And now we're going to call him.
Let's call him. Let's call him right now,
This
bro.
is really it's
Bro.
kind of stressful.
No, bro, this is
I have to
stressful.
because we talked about it for so long.
Bro,
I
no,
have
like
to call them. Like this is gonna be. I feel kind of bad.
No, what if this is some like
But what if I know the person? That's the other theory. Like, what if I know the person and they're fucking with me? Probably not. It's probably someone that we need to get the story though. Okay. So this is the moment of truth. And we're gonna find out. We're gonna come clean the because he deserves to know.
oh, you're gonna come clean to him. You're gonna tell him the whole story.
I'm not gonna tell him the whole story, but I'm gonna tell him like, bro, I don't know who you're trying to talk to, but it's not me.
All right.
So we're gonna call. We're gonna call. This could get heated. This could get cut. But we'll find out. Oh, God, this is nerve wracking. I don't know what it'll act like. What are we mean for this?
I don't know.
I didn't try that hard.
You started a whole conversation.
Barely.
Oh my gosh.
Hello? Yeah, who is this?
Who is this? Is this? Do you know who I am?
No?
I think you've been texting my number.
I've been texting your number.
Yeah. Who do you think I am?
Oh, okay. So I mean, I thought I was talking to a lady. I
Oh
used to have
no,
a
I thought you
lady.
were my friend.
Oh no, I have I'm talking to a girl. I know that maybe she changed the number, but I thought that was the number I was talking to.
Oh, okay. So, have you been in touch with her since texting me?
No, that's why I would say usually we only text, but we don't really talk. And
Oh, yeah. See, I was so confused. I thought you were someone else.
okay, yeah. So I saw the number coming, but I knew the number even by head. I don't have the number in my phone, so I texted, and I thought that was the girl in question. That's why I was asking this question, and you said oh why you asking all this, but
I
so
mean,
you
nah,
don't
you're
even
good.
know.
I just wanted to let you know. I just wanted to find out like who I was
Uh-huh,
talking to because I thought it was someone else, and I started to think, oh, you must think it's someone else. But yeah.
uh-huh,
So
uh-huh.
yeah, my name's Julian.
Julia.
Julian with an N on the end.
Oh, Julian. Okay, Julian. Okay, okay.
All right.
Yeah, I
Well,
apologize. I
no, you're
apologize.
good. I'm sorry for the whole mix-up.
No problem. No problem. Okay. Thank you for your understanding also.
Oh yeah, no, of course.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Wait,
Yeah, okay.
just one
Uh-huh.
last. What was my name again? Like, who did you think you were texting? Cause
No, like I said, it was a lady. I was dating a lady. We haven't talked in a while, and I know one time, I changed my phone. When I changed my phone, the number, I didn't have the number, but I do remember, the number. So, I was texting, her, so, and, she was supposed to come. So we hang out, together. It's a girl, I bet, long time we've been, on and off.
I was just
So
trying to find out what her name was because I thought I might know her if she's giving out my number.
no. Most definitely this was, how long you had this number?
My whole
Or
life.
okay, so maybe you see, even at one point I thought, maybe I have the wrong number. So it could be me being mistaken about the number. Like I said, I don't have the number anymore in my phone. When I changed the phone, I lost a lot of numbers, and I don't know. Maybe just I know I thought it was 425, and there was a number, and the last one I remember 55. But in between that 02, that I'm not sure about.
You're all good. Well,
Okay.
I'm at work, so I'll let you go. But I just wanted to figure out this
Oh,
whole thing.
okay. Sorry about that again.
No, you're good.
Okay. All right. Thank
Have a
you.
good one.
You too. Bye bye.
Bro, he's the chillest motherfucker. But
Yo,
you know
I feel
how
bad
much
now. I feel
his
bad.
heart was probably racing when you started calling. Like, oh,
He's
she's
like,
calling me. She's calling me.
I,
And then you hear, hello,
hey,
hello.
I think we might bleep out his name. He was cool.
Yeah, he was really cool.
I don't know why he
Hello.
was apologizing to me. Um, See, the reason that I did all this was because I thought I might know the person and they were fucking with me
Yeah.
because I had another similar kind of thing happen, but it's a little different because I had some Snapchat that I didn't know just start randomly messaging me about like crazy shit. Like, oh, you a bitch, come over and get this dick, like just crazy shit like that. I was like,
Whoa.
who
Everybody
are
keep
you?
thinking you females or something.
I don't know what it is.
I said
But
females. You a female.
all right, well, shout out to him. I hope that even who knows if that even came up, but
Yeah, it should have.
damn, bruh. So we figured it
We
out.
figured it out. Well,
I gotta be honest. I mean,
so you've had that number forever, so he
not
definitely got
that
it.
long. It's been like, oh, my number, yeah. I just thought it would be. I was like, hey, this number texted me. I'm just gonna go with it, and then it ended up getting to this point, and I was like, nah, we gotta put a stop to this.
Yeah. Now we know.
Oh God, that was
Some guy trying to get some booty. And
that was.
Julian
sad
ruined
now.
it for him. He's a fucking cock blocker.
Am I mean for that?
He fucking
Is that
played
a-
him. He got him going. He fucking calls him. He's like, "Oh, she's calling." And
Don't
then,
say that. You're making me
and-
feel worse.
And
I-
then he answers and literally goes,
Bro,
"Hello."
you heard my responses, bro. How do you not know that I'm not the person you're talking to?
You should have said, "Hey, baby."
Oh my God, stop.
You should have been like, "Hello, hello."
I don't want to be. I'm not trying to be mean. I just
No,
thought
that
it'd be
was-
funny.
Yeah.
And then
You already fucked up with starting it.
I fucked up. He texted me.
You said, "Yeah, I'm just sitting here chilling, watching
Spider-Man
Spider-Man." He's like, that didn't throw him off. He's like, "Yeah, this chick is awesome. She watching Spider-Man."
And then the
too."
fact that he goes, "Am I talking to the wrong person?" I said, "There's no chance at all that is the case." Like,
That was great.
was it? I feel like a bad person now. All
That's
right.
great.
So now we have just so many things that we could talk about. We got that out of the way. Shout out to the can you bleep his name?
Yeah, of course.
Because I didn't get his permission to be on the show either.
Oh yeah.
But wow,
Yeah, you told him I'm at work.
I am at work, dude. I am at work. All right, so let's go from there to. Are you ready to talk about some bedroom topics, Marquise? You want to step into the bedroom for a moment?
I mean, it's a therapy session, so.
Yeah. So I was thinking that we should both talk about some traumatic times that either one of us may have had in the bedroom.
Dramatic.
Because I mean, actually, I don't want to take credit. It was your idea to talk about some, traumatic sex experiences.
Why traumatic? Just crazy.
I'm just trying to. We just wanted to tell crazy sex stories, and I was
Yeah.
trying to make it sound like it matches your therapy vibe.
All right.
You want to go first, or should I go first?
This one time I was getting. No, he said I had to make up. I was gonna make up some tragic
Do you want to?
shit. Yeah. So me and Julian used to be wild back in the day. I would say.
Yo, where are you starting?
Um.
Where are you starting? Start.
You know, we were just young kids, just experiencing. You know, the only reason why I say we is because we've been
Make it-
together for quite some time. Like, me and him, like,
You make it sound so much worse.
on some
Make
real
it-
shit, me and him used to, like, actually, like, fucking chill all day as kids and fucking do some crazy shit. And we
I
had.
have to say, you sound like you're about to say, like, yeah, and we stuck it in each other's.
But
butts.
this one time, me and him taped our dicks together and we stuck down just. No, that never
were
happened.
trying to
I put
make
that on everything. That never
the
happened.
dick monster. You
No,
ever
we've
heard of
had
it?
some times in our life where we got to experience
You're scared.
a
You're scaring me, Mark.
time most people would not dare do or experience. And I'd say,
Marquise, do you want to tell? How about this? You're scaring the fuck out of me. How about this? You can tell the story about. No, I don't know. I don't think we can tell that story either. I was gonna say.
So, we've always had mutual friends.
Oh my god.
Like I said, we were very close, grew up together.
So bad.
This one time, me and Julian actually went to the pool, and I don't even know what I got, but I remember Julian got like his nipples painted by another.
No, bro. Let me. Marquise. God damn.
All right, go ahead, tell it then.
Alright. One time we went to the pool. It was me and Marquise. We went to the pool. Marquise was dating this girl that was, nice, but also psychotic. She was kind of crazy, and they would argue all the time. But me and him went to the pool for relaxing day away from 14-year-old troubles. And so we went to the pool, and there were these it was like one of the hottest girls in our school and then one of her friends. Right? Wasn't
Yeah,
you
I
can
mean,
bleep this, but
it's
wasn't
opinions, but yeah. No, I know. Yeah.
yeah.
I
So
know.
there was some attractive people at the pool, and we started hanging out with them. And then at some point, they whipped out some pink nail polish.
Yeah,
And were we the didn't we draw some on them too, or did we just get our nipples painted?
I think it was just us.
That's a little sadder of a story.
I didn't even get my nipples painted.
I got oh yeah, you got like a dick on your stomach.
Yeah,
They drew a pink dick on your stomach with nail polish,
yeah.
and then they painted my nipples pink, as they should be, and it was fun.
He was running around the pool with pink nipples.
Pink nipples, can you believe it?
Pink painted nipples.
Pink painted nipples. That's almost an alliteration, but your crazy girlfriend ended up finding out about this information, and she
I
didn't
think
really.
we broke up that day.
No, you guys argued in my room until 6
All
in the morning.
fucking night, and we broke
Literally.
up that day.
But anyway, yeah. So she finds out that he's got a pink dick on his stomach, and I got pink nipples, and she was like, "Ah, a female applied that to your body. That's how dare you?" And then they argued from probably like 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. Like
Couldn't
literally
do
just
it anymore.
fighting and fighting. Look how stressed Marquise is getting. He's getting
Oh, dude.
upset. There was that one.
And then Julian over here.
Let me tell a story.
All right, go ahead.
You're
I was
okay
starting
with
off
it.
good. It was scaring you, so it was good. I
No,
was
but it was
getting into-
scaring me because I don't know the beans that you're gonna spill.
So we were like chilling one time, and we got this.
Okay, so you like that shit, don't you? That's
No, I'm actually
toxic.
really thirsty. I mean, I
Oh.
can stand it. I'm not picky. Like, it has to be fucking disgusting for me not to like.
I mean, like, but no, you'll tolerate it. But do you prefer it? Like, are you
No.
gonna go and look for that next time you go to
No.
the store?
No,
Yeah. But anyway,
I'd have to be in the mood for it. for
let's
sure.
let's start easy. Let's take baby steps and then see where it goes from there.
All right.
So there was this one time.
Mhm.
My mom was out of town, and she was out of town for like a week, and we were teenagers.
You're talking about, bro. You talk about my story, and then
That's
you're gonna
not
bring
your
up the-
story. That's my story. That
Oh,
was
you're
my
gonna start it
trauma.
off horrible.
That was my
Okay,
traumatic
just
experience.
Go ahead.
All right. So if this upsets you, then you can say anything.
No, you
about
just
me.
talk about me, and then you change the whole ball game.
No, it's not.
Go ahead, though.
We wanted to throw like a party at not a party. We were inviting friends over to my mom's house because we had access to it, and she was gone. And we would tell one parent we were at this one place, and then we would tell the other parent we were at the opposite place. And so all week we were bringing friends over and having a good time, right? And then on one of the last days, we had this plan to have like a bunch of people over, like not a party, but kind of a party. And so we invite all these people over. We
Yeah.
get fucking high as shit. We have a good night. A bunch of friends are over. Some of them leave, fucking around. And now it's like 2 a.m. And I'm going to tell this story from my perspective, and then you can tell it from your perspective if you want. But, so it's like 2 a.m.
I
We're
don't even
like-
remember what happened.
We're like tired and high, so we're gonna go to bed. And so me and my girlfriend at the time was there. And so me, my girlfriend, Marquise, and then one of our other friends, we all went to my bed because we're all gonna spread out and like find places to sleep because I had like this big room. And so we go in there. One of our friends passes out on the floor.
I don't remember what friend. Who was it? Or
Nathan.
wait, who?
Nathan.
Oh, he was.
Yeah, he was sleeping on the floor the whole time.
Okay, all right.
And then
I'm gonna cut that out.
no, you don't have to cut that out.
All right.
And then me and Marquise and my girlfriend, we all lay on the bed, which makes it
Now,
sound.
mind you, this is where I should come in and start
Yeah.
telling you a story.
No, I know you have a little side of it to tell, but I'm gonna. It's more shocking if we tell it from my perspective.
right, go ahead.
First. So, I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, me and Marquise are best buds. I was like, he doesn't really give a fuck. So I'm thinking he'll go to sleep because he's laying down, and then I'm laying down with my girl. So when he goes to sleep, me and my girl will start fooling around. Who cares if it's the same bed? We were young and dumb. And so I was like, yeah, he won't care. He'll sleep through it. Fuck it. And then, so we're all laying down in a line. And at some point, I must have thought Marquise was asleep or something. And so I start, how do I put this?
No, this is so
I-
bad on you right here.
No, listen, I was like, all right, Marquise is asleep. Now I'm gonna fool around with my girlfriend. And
Marky's just snoozing away right
Yeah.
next to me.
okay, I start
Okay, that
eating my
sounds
girlfriend
so
out.
bad.
All right, that's what happens.
Oh
I
my-
start to eat my girlfriend out, cunnilingus, and so
I don't even know.
that's
how-
happening.
Oh my gosh.
And you
this
know,
is so
yeah,
bad,
look how
bro.
guilty he looks.
How do I look guilty? Because I didn't even start this shit. I didn't even do anything, bro.
Okay, so sometimes when you're going down on somebody, they'll have their hands like pulling on your hair, like on your head or something. I can
Dude, why
feel,
were you saying this?
I can feel two hands on my head. I can feel. This is the extra nitty gritty episode of the show.
No, this is the worst episode we've made. Bro, this is better than episode 2.
All right, so
I mean, this is worse than episode
I
2.
feel two hands on my head at some point. And I'm like, okay, everything's fine. Marquise is asleep. and then at one point, it's just one hand on my head. And I was like, that's weird. And I kind of like stopped thinking about it. And it was like I feel like a minute or two went by. It's just one hand on my head. And I'm like, huh. And so I like go to reach up, boob region, but kind of, trying to follow the arm, find out where the arm is. And then as soon as I start to do that, the arm comes back and both hands are on my head. And I'm like, all right, blah, 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 blah. Just start fucking doing the alphabet or whatever. And then, so I go back to doing my thing. And then, a couple minutes later, now there's only one hand on my head again. And I'm like, what the fuck? What keeps happening? And then I like, because that's what happens. This is what happened from my perspective. And so I'm like, what the fuck? And then I go to follow the arm again. But this time I look up. I look up and you know what I see? I see two guilty ass. Somebody else was getting a hand job. For a second I was like, holy shit. This was when we were like, this was years and years and years ago. Marquise, it's okay. Do you want to tell your side of the story now?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say, bro.
Let's just do a little cliffhanger for that.
Oh my god.
Marquise, give me a
Bro, what do you mean?
fist bump. All right, that was a crazy night. Let's talk about the shark that flopped on the boat.
Oh.
No.
What do you mean? No.
Let's talk about. We can't. Oh God. So, do you remember? I meant to research this before this episode, but do you remember like last year there was this like gigantic explosion that they got video of, and it happened like somewhere in the Middle East, I think. It was like a city, and there was this huge fucking explosion, and it just like blew the fuck up. Like it was this factory, and it exploded and like destroyed like whole blocks. It was like a gigantic explosion. Marquise, get it together. I think it was in Lebanon or something. Lebanon. I don't know. I don't know where it was. I meant to look it up, and figure out what ended up happening with that, but I remember seeing that explosion and being like, no fucking way. Like, 'cause it like shook buildings and like it looked like a nuclear bomb just going off.
Oh, I remember what you're talking about now.
And I was like, what the fuck?
Mm,
Like that.
it was like on the water right there.
Yeah, and there was like a factory that exploded and just out of nowhere people just got fucking exploded.
Yeah.
It was sad to see, and I
Very
meant to look up like how that whole situation is doing, but like we were rushing to do this podcast, and I didn't get a chance to. I'll be honest, guys. That was just one of my little notes that I probably wasn't gonna bring up, but I just needed to change the subject. 'Cause Marquise, you're broken. All right, let's talk about the homework that I gave you that you didn't fucking do.
The war movie.
No, so I was like, I had just watched this movie that was like fucking insane, like a really good movie. Like I hadn't seen this good of a war movie in a while.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched it on Netflix, and I told you to go watch it because I wanted to talk about it on the podcast. And you were like, bro, you know I don't got time to watch no
You
movies.
hit me up at like 9-10 o'clock. You know I go to bed.
How many days ago?
1 day ago.
2.
1 day ago.
1 day ago would be yesterday at 9 o'clock.
Was it 2 days?
Yeah, it was 2 days ago. I asked you to watch this
Oh my gosh.
fucking movie, a piece of
It hasn't
entertainment.
even been a full 48 hours.
You're just going off the number on the screen.
No, I'm going off the time of the day.
Nah, shut up. All right. So it's pretty much been 2 days, and I told you to watch this movie because it's fucking insane. I'm telling you people to watch this movie because it's fucking insane.
And plus, you told me, how long is the movie?
2.5 hours.
Jeez.
It's so good though, dude. It's about World War I, trench warfare.
Julian tried to
Fucking-
hate on me for falling asleep on the plane and watching a movie.
You fall asleep during every movie that we watch. And I didn't even tell you to watch the whole thing. I said watch the last 40 minutes of it. But this movie's insane. Like, you guys should go watch it. Finish this podcast and then go watch it. Like, there's a scene in this movie. Let me think of one. All right. No, not to be too much of a spoiler alert, but like, I mean, people die all the time in this movie. But there's a scene where the war's like ending. Everybody's signing the treaty and everything's stopped. Like, no more warfare.
Mm-hmm.
And let me remember this. Yeah, there's like no more warfare. The war's ended, and then they come back to the base, and it's the main character is looking for his friend that he got separated from, and he's looking for him, and he finds him in the med bay, like where he has like a big cut on his leg, and it looks fucked up, but it's just a cut up leg, no limbs missing. He could live, but he's like, they're thinking about amputating his leg. He's getting sick. He doesn't feel good, but he doesn't want to live as an amputee. And his friend is talking to him. He's like, bro, it's okay. Like, everything's going to be fine. We're going home. Everything's fine. Let me go get you some food. And his friend that's like injured is like, all right. And so the main character goes to get him food. He comes back to go feed him the food, and he's eating with him, and he's talking to him about how exciting it is that everyone's going home, and like, oh, we're gonna get to do this, and like, you're gonna be fine. And he hands him his bowl of food with a fork, and then he turns over to another soldier and starts talking to him. And then while the main character is talking to the other soldier, his friend that's injured takes the fork and starts stabbing himself in the throat to kill himself because he doesn't want to live amputated. And he knows that's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
And so he's just like, nope, I'm done. And he just stabs himself to death with a fork in his throat. And that's on that's after the climax. This is like at the very end of the movie pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking nuts.
Wait, is this based on? What was this?
This is World War One. It was like, it's all about like the end of World War One, trench warfare, these fucking rich politicians or generals, whatever you want to call them, signing treaties while all these soldiers in the trenches are suffering and starving, getting shot at.
Yeah.
The trench warfare was insane, dude. Like they would just be in the worst conditions, just sitting there in the cold, in the mud, in the rain, just waiting to fucking like they'd just be like the trenches would be right next to each other, but they'd stay in their trenches, and so nothing would happen for days sometimes. And then randomly they just storm the other trench, kill everybody inside, fucking take that trench, and then that trench would get taken back but from the people that they took it from, and just all this war, and then just complete stops, even though they're right next to each other. And it would just be, it was like the first war that armies started using like real ass tanks. I think it was one of the first like world wars. Well, I mean, it was the first world war, so it was the first world war to use chemical warfare. They started using mustard gas. People didn't know what the fuck that was. There's a scene in that movie, All Quiet on the Western Front. There's a scene in that movie where they go to meet up with this whole other group of soldiers.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's like their backup that they're going to meet up with. They go to find them, and they go into this room, and everybody is like sleeping in rows and everything. You know what I mean? Like it looks like they're all just passed out, and then they look at them, and they're all dead. They're just all dead because they took their gas mask off too soon, and the mustard gas killed them while they were sleeping.
Jeez.
It was like 100 people in that room.
So
And like,
what was mustard gas? How was that? Like, do you know how that is?
I don't really know what it would do to you. I think it was like lethal. I think you'd die if you inhaled too much of it.
Yeah. So is it just like a grenade that literally was just like a burst of gas?
See, this is why we need to figure out how to look stuff up or have someone to look stuff up, because I don't know. I don't know if it was grenade canisters or if it was like
I mean, I can look shit up.
fuming out of the tanks. But bro, look up the symptoms of mustard gas. Look that up. But yeah, dude, that movie it's really good. It's powerful. I think there's some meaning in there. Well, I mean, there's plenty of meaning in there, more than just watching a war. But the warfare scenes are like really good. Just gets your heart pumping. You're fucking anxious. You're like, all right, what are the symptoms?
So for respiratory, it's runny nose, sneezing, heart.
Hold on. Symptoms of mustard gas include runny nose, sneezing,
Yeah, you stopped the same part as I did.
hoarseness,
Yeah,
hoarseness,
hoarseness,
bloody nose, sinus pain, shortness of breath, and cough. 12 to 24 hours after a mild exposure, within 2 to 4 hours of a severe exposure. What? Oh, digestive, abdominal pain, diarrhea, fever, nausea, and vomiting. It seemed. Can you recover from mustard gas? Exposure to mustard gas is usually not lethal, and most victims recover from their symptoms within several weeks. Several weeks!
That's a lot.
Some, however, remain permanently disfigured as a result of chemical burns or are rendered permanently blind. Well, maybe it was a different weapon that killed that room full of people, but there was a room full of people that were just dead, and they said, oh, they took their gas masks off too soon. The bone marrow and the gastrointestinal tract
Oh,
were the organs mainly affected.
intestinal.
Gastrointestinal.
Oh, gastrointestinal. Oh, fuck. I'm fucking.
Reading with the Scheunemans.
We're gonna cut that out.
No, we're not.
That sounds
Next
so
thing you're
stupid.
gonna say, you want to cut out the fucking. Never mind.
Fuck you.
All right, so this is just a quick thing. I want to give a big shout out to. We talked a lot about Drake last episode, but I do want to say the way that he did the promotion for his album was really cool to me. And I think that, like, as a brand, we want to go outside of the box in the same kind of ways that they did when they were promoting the album Her Loss. Like, when they were doing that, they made, like, fake promotion posts about being on the Howard Stern show. They were never on the Howard Stern show, but they made a promotion post like, tune in to see Drake and 21 Savage on the Howard Stern show. They made a fucking fake Tiny Desk concert, or is it Tiny Desk? Yeah, Tiny Desk concert, and they promoted all these events and all these like interviews that they were going to do to promote the album, but they were all fake, and it was kind of like making a joke about what all these people do to try and like do a media run for something that's coming out soon. Like they'll go and do interviews and go and do that, and then Drake and 21 Savage are just like, yeah, no, we don't need to do any of that. We're just gonna fake it. And like, I don't know, it was just so cool to me, cause like for example, they did a fake cover of Vogue magazine.
Oh yeah.
Like they were both on Vogue, but
Vogue
that
would be
magazine.
sweet. Have you ever seen like actually someone I'm sorry. Excuse me. Someone I know, they actually their family had a lot of Vogue, and like they would hang them up and like and frame them and shit, and that thing, those magazines framed up look really sweet, like across the room and stuff.
I used to love Mad magazine.
Mad was pretty cool. I remember your magazines. I used to watch Mad all the time. There's another show that was like Mad, but I feel like
There's Mad TV, and that's like a sketch comedy show.
yeah.
Shout out Bobby Lee. And then there's Mad, the cartoon show that was on Cartoon Network,
Yeah.
and then there's Mad Magazine. It's a little confusing.
But yeah, they were all good. I like.
It's just something so cool about collecting something like a magazine, especially when it's done right.
Yeah.
Because some of the almost every, I mean, a lot of magazines try to be really different with the artwork of the cover or who's on the cover or this or that. So Mad, for example, I really liked their magazine because it's about like social like topics, like stuff that's happening. Fuck, why am I having a brain fart? It's about stuff that's like happening in the news, and they'll like do a parody on it. But the cover will always be some crazy different kind of artwork, or it'll be like sometimes they'll do a whole black and white magazine. Sometimes they'll do a spy versus spy edition. Sometimes the drawing on the cover will just be like really captivating. It's just, I like the artwork of the Mad magazine and what they stand for. But yeah, fucking Vogue is suing Drake, which for like millions of dollars because he made a fake Vogue magazine cover. But it's like, bro, chill the fuck out. If anything is getting more people to buy your magazine, like, shouldn't Vogue want to be cool with the celebrities that they're gonna put on covers? Like Drake is huge. Why are you gonna sue him because he did this
Drake
little
can make
joke?
them money.
They're suing over an IG post, practically.
I mean, they probably, I don't know, either selfish and thinking, oh, we're not gonna make money off of him, but we're gonna make money this way.
I mean, I guess
Because
or
you know
trying to
him
send
doing
a
that,
message,
he
like
didn't. Yeah, or sending a message like yeah. But the thing is, they're just like they didn't look at it as a money opportunity as or like a.
a chance to have.
I
people
mean,
see
it
their
is a
stuff.
money opportunity because they're suing him, so they're getting something out of
I know,
it.
but like
but
Drake posted about their magazine.
that's what I'm saying. They
practically.
could have taken it a different route and probably made more out of it than just getting a simple little paycheck.
Yeah, it's weird. And by the way, talking about Mad and everything they stood for, and like how they kind of go against the grain, they do stuff that can tend to be considered as like offensive and shit. But it's funny and it's well done. It's got me thinking about another note I have in here, and it hurts me so much to say.
Hmm.
Like it hurts me a lot to say this, but I think Supreme has lost its
Supreme
soul.
just I was gonna tell you that today. Supreme just opened up a store in Chicago.
See, I'm still a fan because I saw that and I got excited about it. Like I'm gonna go because that's not that far away. I'll go to the Supreme store in Chicago.
That'd be cool.
It's a closer one to us than the one in New York, and that's sick. And I love so much that Supreme does, but I'm wearing my favorite hoodie probably in general, but also most definitely my favorite Supreme hoodie that I own. As I say this, but like Supreme, they used to be the brand that not only were they like hype, like it was rare to get it, and it was cool in that way. It was rare,
Yeah.
but they were always doing all types of collaborations that was like shit you wouldn't expect, or it would be like really vulgar shit, but it was like vulgar in an almost artistic way. And it's like they're doing so much less of that lately. That's what it feels like. Like they literally made shoes and t-shirts that were called Blood Semen Vans. Like they collaborated with an artist that filled up like a fish tank with like urine, blood, and semen. And then they took a picture of that or whatever they did, and they made artwork out of that.
Ooh.
They called them Blood Semen. That's just an example. Like they used to do crazy shit. They used to release crowbars and bricks
Oh yeah, bricks are big one.
or shirts that just like said the craziest shit. I mean, this just practically has cuss words all over it. Like it's. But anyway, like I just
Literally
feel like
says kill right on.
they're not doing so much crazy shit anymore. They're kind of just they've been bought out by a bigger company now, which is kind of why I think this is happening. But like, it just doesn't feel like it has the same flavor. Like it used to be. You see Supreme, and it's like, oh, bro, people would be like, that's such a sick thing, and then also people would be pissed to see you wearing that. And it's like that's the exciting thing of it. Is like I just liked how vulgar. I guess it's the simple way of putting it is I liked how vulgar they were, and they don't have any of that in their stuff anymore. But at the same time, I'm always gonna love Supreme because they still do crazy collaborations. Like recently, they did like a sweatshirt and a hoodie, and it's called the Doughboy hoodie or the Doughboy sweater, and it will be like I'm forgetting his name, but you know the character on like those cinnamon roll containers and the cookie containers. He's like the white little guy.
Oh yeah,
Picture right here, the Doughboy.
Doughboy. Yeah.
He's like a classic character. And they did like a collaboration with him,
That'd be cool.
like that little cartoon guy.
Almost looks like the Michelin Man from the title.
Kind of like a white guy. It's like just imagine a smaller Michelin Man with a hat on.
Yeah.
But I thought that was cool, and they just did that recently. But still, like I just feel like they need to add some flair to it. Like, but that's enough about. We're gonna think about Supreme. I do. It's a perfect. It's a perfect segue into the next thing I wanted to talk about, which is this hoodie that I'm wearing. First of all, it's like I said, it's like my favorite hoodie that I own. I just think it's so me, and I remember seeing it and being like, oh, I love that, and then like saving up my own money to buy it, and like just being so happy to get it. And it was like right in the beginning of like when I started getting into Supreme and buying clothes like that. So I remember being so excited to get it, and then just how poppy it is, and I love it. Some people hate it, but I also get a lot of people said they really like it too. So I love this hoodie. It's a Supreme hoodie, and they collabed with Hysteric Glamour. And Hysteric Glamour, from what I understand, is a Japanese brand, and they make like streetwear clothes. And one thing that they either tend to do often in their brand, or at least did with this specific piece, was so it's a Japanese brand, so like their words, not mine. They don't like have the full understanding of the English language that we do.
Yeah.
So what's the first thing you learn in a language when you're a kid?
Like hi, like how to say.
Well, like cuss words and shit.
Oh, I mean cuss words too.
Like
Yeah.
when I worked at McDonald's and I was working with the cooks, the first things I would learn from them in Spanish was fucking how to say, oh, fuck your mother, or go, like, crazy shit. They teach you how to say crazy shit because that's like, oh, what's the exciting thing, the funny thing to learn about a language before I start actually diving into their real language. And so it's kind of like a play on only understanding those like buzzwords or those cuss words that you learn first in a language. That's why it's covered in all these um, random words and phrases like pain, eat shit, die, kill, hate, screw, shit, sextasy, just like all kinds of random stuff. And so that's like what they were doing with this, and it's all colorful. I love it. But it goes deeper than that, because I remember the first time I bought this hoodie, the first time I bought it off the Supreme website. Like I said, I loved it. I appreciated it. I wore it as often as I could without getting it dirty. Um, Same colorway that I'm wearing now. I owned it for a while, probably a couple years. And then I was staying at my girlfriend's house at the time. And I was like staying the night there and practically living there. So my car was like parked outside on the street. And I, went to bed and then woke up. And I think my girlfriend was like, hey, can you grab the pods from the car or something like that? I was like, all right. And I woke up, went out to my car to grab it. And I open my door and it opens like without me unlocking it. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. And then I think this hoodie, the Supreme hoodie, was like in my back seat or something when I went to bed. So when I went into the car, I noticed pretty quickly that it was gone. And then I saw like my glove compartment was like open or something. I noticed a couple things to where I was like, oh, somebody broke in my car and stole my shit. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't know who would have done that. I didn't know why they would have done that. How they would have done it. I almost always lock my car. And so I was like, what the fuck? And then the even weirder thing is, like, I think I had something crazy like a PS4 in my trunk.
Oh my
Like, they
God.
didn't look that much into my car.
Yeah.
They just kind of took this hoodie and like one other cheap thing. I remember my AirPods were still in there. Like, it was almost like they saw this hoodie and were like, all right, this is going to have to do, and then just ran away. Because there was other shit in my car that you could have taken and sold or something. But anyway,
That would suck though, to just like come out and then just see your fucking car. See, I had that happen. I remember one time I was trying to work on my car and fix it up, and I went out. I usually never leave anything in my car, but this time I was working on it beforehand and left all my shit in there. I just got a brand new hunting knife. I remember I had like some clothes and something else in my car that was like valuable to me. And I went out and like my shit was ran through.
just
I couldn't,
ransacked. Was
yeah,
everything everywhere?
and so I couldn't even fix my car anymore because they took my jack stands, all my tools,
Damn.
my knife, my fucking.
It's fucked up. Like, you're trying to fix something that's yours, and then they break into something that's yours and take something that's yours that you were going to use to fix something that's yours.
Yeah,
Like, it's
literally.
people who steal. It's just fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe at the time you're like, oh, I'm struggling, I need it more, but like, you don't. Those people aren't thinking about how much that's going to affect that person. Like, you never know how bad you're going to fuck up somebody's day by stealing their insert item here.
Yeah.
But just to put a little bow on it, as you can see, I'm wearing it right now. Unfortunately, I didn't find the motherfucker that stole it, which I thought I would, like, in the beginning. Like, I was like, oh, this hoodie pops like a motherfucker. I'm going to find this motherfucker. Like, if he
Yeah.
wears it out and I know him, which I probably do, I'm going to see it, and then I'm just taking it. Like, if it was to the point where I was like, Supreme's kind of rare. If you don't know, like, you don't see it everywhere, especially shit like this. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I was like, if I see anybody wearing this hoodie, this colorway and everything, I'm just gonna take it, because I was convinced that it would be mine. If I was around my town and I saw this hoodie, oh, that's mine. I'm taking it back. Not like I'm gonna steal somebody else's. Like, I was like, I'll see it one day and I will take it. I'm not gonna ask any questions or anything. I'm just gonna take it. But that never happened. Never found out who did it. So fuck you if you're watching. And so what I did was I said, fuck it. I loved this hoodie. So I bought it again at double the price. And if anybody tries to take it again, I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Damn, dude.
I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna
That's
fucking
a nice ass hoodie,
kill him.
though.
No, it's just, I'm not even saying, oh, everybody should love this hoodie. It's just I love this hoodie.
Yeah.
And that's what I like to do with clothes is like I'm not trying to make clothes that necessarily like I want a lot of people to love it, but like I don't want to make clothes that everybody loves or everybody wants to wear. I want to make clothes that a few people fucking love. Like they're obsessed with like, oh, that's
Everybody
so
loves
me.
it.
I mean, that's the ultimate goal, but I want to make clothes for that people can really just appreciate.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying, oh, everyone couldn't do that for the same piece. I'm just saying like for example, this hoodie, certain people would never want to wear this hoodie.
No, yeah.
I love this hoodie.
Yeah.
Like, so I just want to make clothes that's like, okay, forget about the fucking people who aren't really into that kind of style. I am feeling the style right now, so I'm going to make it a way that I would love it and the way that I want other people to love it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, some clothes shit for the clothes podcast. It's funny because this podcast is going to evolve into some crazy shit because right now, like, we're always going to try and goof around and just be funny and, like,
Yeah.
talk about stuff we want to talk about, obviously. But, like, as the brand grows, which it is, like, we're going to be talking about all kinds of different shit.
There's gonna be so much shit we can talk about too.
Yeah, like, I'm sure once collections are coming out at a regular pace, we're going to be talking way more about those. And, I mean, the collection that's coming out soon.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be talking a lot about that. It's going to be, I'm so excited. Once that
too.
releases, it's going to be a whole thing.
And it's actually like, I don't know. It's just different because you guys already had a taste of it now, so it's like you guys are just.
I mean, yeah, they have the
Yeah.
first collection that's out, and then they can see what's like once they see what's coming, it's gonna be. I think people are gonna be shocked,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm excited.
Yeah.
We have some big things planned for like the weeks after that this collection releases. We're gonna be talking a lot about that. We're gonna be bringing a lot of different guests on. We already have some planned. Next week we have a guest, but that's unrelated. But yeah, things.
Yeah.
Marquise, I feel like you're really upset about.
I didn't intentionally do that.
You want to talk
Just
about
putting
it?
that in there.
Yeah. Well, I can expose myself if you're more comfortable with it.
No, it's okay. Me and Julian have been through some shit. We took the same person, put her in the middle of a couch,
Oh my god!
and got
Episode 38 is this? Yo, what the fuck?